Big fancy light boards are awesome. From the new Apex to the Geo to the Ion or the small Element, they're just kind of dope. They have nice pushy buttons, touch screens, they have lights and they make sounds when they start up. I think they even kind of smell good. But the problem is that they're wildly expensive. But that's okay because at the end of the day, a light board is just a computer with a really fancy keyboard and some really nice screens. And you can actually use your own personal laptop to run the exact same software, just without all the fancy pants. The problem then, of course, though, is how do you know what keys to press if you don't have the fancy keyboard? Well, that's okay. That's what we're going to talk about here. Hopefully you've already downloaded the worksheets, and if you have, you can open up the virtual keyboard in Chapter 2. Each screen is a different size. Just want to make sure that you know this. Right here I have a dual screen where we can see channels and little virtual shapes, but you can always change the snapshot here. So I'm going to show you this. So we can do small screen, medium screen, or I have a pretty large screen, so I'm going to flip over to that. And in these setups, you might see that the large and medium screens have this fancy pants keyboard layout. This is the exact same thing as any of the larger keyboards on the larger light boards. If you don't have a large screen like this and you're going to use something like the smaller screen, that's okay, because we also have the keyboard pop-up right here. So you can always kind of find this. One of the nice things about these keyboard pop-ups and the keyboard screen over here is you can identify what the hotkeys are for each of these buttons. Some of them are kind of obvious. So 1 through 9 is the buttons 1 through 9. But plus is actually the equals button. Minus is the minus button. Period is the period button. Clear is the backspace. But you might learn these other ones. So for example, the part button is P. That makes sense. The Q button is actually Q, not C, which actually I think makes a lot of sense. Or you might have combination keys. So for example, if you want to access the color palettes or beam palettes, you would hit Alt or Option on a Mac plus the letter C or Option B here. I think it's really, really important that you learn your hotkeys. They're just so important and it makes your life so much easier. So learn your hotkeys, name them one by one. But it might be difficult to remember all these hotkeys. So I've created you some hotkey cheat sheets, and you can find them in the folder that you downloaded. EOS has both a PDF and a Word document if you'd like to edit it yourself. So here are some of the basics, playbacks, programming basics, and technical functions. Or you can always look at the keyboard cheat sheet right here. And if you like this sort of thing, I've also just kind of, for funsies, thrown in some of my other favorite ones that I've created over time. One for QLab, one for Adobe After Effects, and one for Adobe Premiere. Hope you like them.